Hello folks and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to bring you an interesting breakdown of a race as I'm on my Christmas break and just a little bit of a gap between the holidays. I've had a few requests, and one of those requests was to redo the Neo Classic missions because they are some 5 months since I've done them. I never realised till I look back, but they are very old missions and probably outdated. So for version 1.27, the next 3 videos you're going to see are the Neo Classics, and we're just going to take you through them. And this race takes us to Fuji in Japan, where we're going to take on the Neo Classic. We have completed this in first place, as you know. Today's car of choice is going to be the 787B. We actually have a target to hit of 800 pp or less, and this car needs a serious detune. The race itself is 10 laps. As you can see there, fuel is times 10, tyre wear is times 9. We've got to have at least 1980 car, the year 1999 or less. Tyres are all racing variants with wet and intermediates. Let's go and have a look at the settings. We're going to run an intermediate setup. This allows us to claim more of the PP in the 787B. There you can see it, top left hand corner. Racing intermediate tyres. We know it's going to rain. This race always rains. I know the outcome, so let's just leave it at that. Well, as the case is, fully customizable suspension, differential gears fully customizable. These are all default as per the car. Downforce at the front 650, rear 1350, normal ECU. Ballast 200, push it 19 to the front, just to allow, well, 19 minus I should say, it is to the front, to allow the 50-50 weight balance. Customizable gear. Now, I've got mine set at 340 because I've set it for non-nitrous. As you can see, we're running the nitrous and we're pushing the full 50 bhp, the full 50 shot. You can actually extend that gear if you want to allow to get you the better gear for your nitrous. But we're only going to run 4 laps using any nitrous, so there isn't really any need. High RPM turbo, everything else is default as per the car. Nothing else done to it. Nothing else you need to do. That gives us a PP of just inside the 800 at 79.92. Now, depending on how you prefer to race this, you can, as you can see there, we've got that power restrictor down to 86 to bring that PP in to 799.92. You can, if you want to, reduce that weight and also give yourself a bit more power if you want to. Sorry, reduce the power. You can actually as well switch to the fully customizable, but then you're going to be running slightly more on the output adjustment. You're going to have to run that lower. I've just done it to hit the 800 pp. It's entirely up to you. It's easy to do. Don't ever get really tied up in how these setups work. I don't change anything ever in these parts of the suspension setup. It's not complicated, folks. You don't need to do it. This is a race car. It comes naturally set up to race. Don't be frightened of them. That's all I say. So anyway, and with that, let's just talk about what's going to happen as we load the circuit. So we're going into this with a no-stop attempt using intermediates because we know it's going to rain. The idea is that at some point it's going to rain. We're going to set the fuel to go to the end of the race. We'll immediately change the fuel management strategy to a appropriate level to take us to 10 laps. And then we're going to race the laps, trying to keep within a time distance of 1 pit stop of the lead cars, aiming to do the undercut, or just to allow them to pit. We don't pit. And we'll just have to see how that goes. With that, let's just have a look at the settings for the track for today. And whilst I'm doing that on screen, I'll just bring it over. We can see here settings for the race. Now, those of you that join me quite frequently, you'll know this. Assist settings for the race. I always run the race on hard setting. I've never run anything else. It's always been hard. What I've been led to believe is that easy is bugged and easy is hard to complete some of these races. Not all. It's hard. So Hard being the hard setting it is, that's what I'm going to use, and that's what I've always used. We're using manual transmission. I am using a wheel. Traction control will be set to 1. Default ABS, everything else off. And for those of you that want to see my wheel settings, they are just default as it comes. Controller sensitivity 0, 4-speed back 5, and the sensitivity at 5. I don't feel I have to have anything else. These are what they are, these are what they do. And with that, folks, let's go to the race. We've gone to fuel map 4 straight away. Now this car doesn't change down very well. It doesn't brake very well with engine braking with this high turbo. So as a word of warning before you start, don't throw it into a corner and dump it on the brakes expecting the gears to slow you down. It's not going to work. You have to plot your way into the corners. Now we're running intermediates here. And I've got the weather radar straight up. I know my fuel map somewhere there or thereabouts. If we try and just get this car around this circuit, best way we know how. All the usual braking markers and help aids like the other cars. We're 15 seconds off the lead. We're not going to pit, and there's rain on the radar already. That's good for us. We want that. Taking that Audi on. He's going to stay tight. I'm going to try and swing out a bit. I'm going to dump the old nitrous in. That's a quarter of the tank used. We've got to brake early here. He's going to try and close us out, but we'll keep him honest. And that rain is just threatening, it's not actually coming. Now we're running into us to try and ensure that we don't stop, but we need the rain to... That rain's gone. That rain's gone. It's not even come onto the radar. Absolute rubbish. Now what we know is this game has scenarios for, oh, I'd say 20 scenarios for each race, depending on what car you pick, and potentially how it feels. There's probably half a dozen scenarios for each car. So with that being the case, you can get random races every time you race this, and I've done, this is my 6th race tonight, and everyone's a random. That rain's coming back again. Making better progress, but that rain is just teasing us in that top right hand corner. It is not coming. So I'm trying different techniques with the nitrous and this high RPM turbo. This high RPM turbo does what it says it does. It likes to run in the high RPMs. It's where you get most boost. But I'm trying to also save fuel because I want this to go the whole lap, but when you use nitrous it burns a whole shed load of fuel, so we're trying to put in consistent laps and try and keep the car somewhere near honest. We are trying a bit of a cheat strategy by running the tyres. Now here comes the rain. Let's see what we're going to get. Is it going to give us real rain or is it going to give us fake rain? We're just 18 seconds behind the leaders. We're still within a pit stop. That means we could still go out and win this. That rain is coming in where it looks like we're not going to get any rain at all. That rain's just cheating us all the time. Oh, that is ridiculous. We've used half the nitrous. Even with my braking technique, we've still gone very, very deep. We're up into 9th place. We're putting in decent lap times though. We're nowhere near the fastest lap, but we are an Inters, so... And we're expecting rain, but it's not coming. We need some rain to bring the race to us, but it's not coming. Look, every time the rain starts to come near, it goes away. But do we think it's going to come good in the end? Do you think we're going to get rain? This is the second race where it's done this, but in a slightly different way. Let's see what it does. No rain on the rain radar. 24 seconds behind. So at this point then we're not going to win this race the way we're at. Tyre wear's actually looking quite okay. Mr. Solis has gone into the pits. I'm going to give us a pump on the old nitrous. Looking for that track on the left. There we go, nicely into that corner this time. Up into 8th place, 24 seconds off the lead. No sign of any rain. Purple sector, purple sector. That's what we want. So we're losing time on the leaders, we're running the car off the track, we're doing everything we can to rest this up, and we've still not got any rain on the radar. When we get on the start finish straight, I've blown that out wide. We'll have a look and see what we've got in the way of fuel consumption, see if we're on the right track. This is a much slower lap. I've made a couple of mistakes, run a bit wide in various places. There is rain on the rain radar, but it's just ridiculous, and we've not got enough fuel left, so it's just rubbish. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. It's because we're running Inters. That's what it is. Even that rain's going to miss us. It's not going to do anything. Again, the rain misses the circuit, and we're running Inters because of this rain that is coming. Mr. Mendoza goes to the pits. .7 laps of fuel, so we've got 4 laps to do, and it's slowly coming back to us, so we just ignore the rain now. The rain is inconsequential. .34 seconds off the lead. We're up to 7th. Just got to run smooth laps, just got to make good time. Mr. Grady's in. Mr. Grady holds the fastest lap of the race. My guess is I'm just not going to get past him. Mr. Hizel's in. But these guys running their hard tyres are running faster laps than we are because we banked on there being rain. Grady's just gone out the pits, so Hizel's taking his fuel, and there they go. We're not catching them boys, they've gone. We've made too many mistakes. No commentary now. Mr. Cookerbun's in the pits. Same place, he's going to come out and just go, isn't he? Oh, and here comes the rain. Here comes the rain. And I've given up on the commentary, and this could actually turn out to be the bee's knees. It could be the shizzle. It could be everything you ever wanted. I've just got to make sure that I can get round this circuit. All these boys are going to stop for tyres, I would hope. Extremely difficult to keep the car on track now as the rain's really come in. You pray for rain and it doesn't come, and then it does.
and the two leaders go into the pits as we blow our acceleration. They've all gone in the pits. Mr. Miyazano is 4 seconds ahead of us. Everybody's gone in the pits. Oh my lord. I've got 0.6 of a lap of fuel left. I've got 8-second lead. It's raining. I've got half a lap of fuel. Oh my lord, I'm nervous now. I can never win this race with a straightforward process, can I? I had to bump and grind my way to the end last time. 0.4, I'm on the lowest fuel consumption. I've got to just change up, and the rain keeps coming. Blue flags, my friend, blue flags. Let me through, thank you very much. 21-second lead. .4 on the fuel. Here we go, around the last lap, last bend, around the outside of Mr. Wilk, who's struggling to find the traction. We're good. And I have pressed record, and that's probably the worst commentary ever. Worst commentary ever. I don't know, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable that should happen. It's embarrassing. It's pretty shocking. I mean, it's not a good way to show you guys how to win this race, is it? It's not a good way.
And there we have it, folks. That's the completion of the race. I've just watched that back myself just to get a good feel for what happened last night. And I did spend some time thinking today whether I was actually going to post that version of the race or whether I was going to go out and redo it and try and take it from the top and show you the classic, the best way to win this. But I'm going to post what happened just to be genuine, just to be real, and just to let you know that you can go out there with a plan, you can go out there with a setup, you can attempt to win this race, any race in this game, and you'll always get caught on the hop. 9 times out of 10, most people say to me, I'm dying in this race. I've tried it 30 times, can't get anywhere near the front. Well, I'd done it 6 times. I'd set out a plan to run that without a pit stop. It looked like without the rain I was going to fail miserably, and then last lap it happens, doesn't it? They all pit and everyone's a winner baby, and we romp across the line, and I feel really embarrassed about that win because it was just gifted to me. Well, the Neo Classic seems to be that type of race, doesn't it? In the last round of when I did them, you remember, back at Red Bull Ring, which is where we're going next, and I won that purely because I T-boned somebody else, and I actually won it in the same way. They all pitted at the end of the lap. Well, if that's how Neo Classic works, well, there you go. I actually haven't done very well in these races, but I've always won them by just choice. And with that, that's that race in the bag. You've got that one done. I hope you can win this in the same way. But I would just like to say a couple of other things as it's coming to the year end. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't, thank you very much for watching. All views are really well received. Subscribing, though, is where it's at for me, because I can deliver my video content to you daily. You can see it when it arrives, you get it there on your screen, and you can choose to watch it if you wish or don't wish to. I hope you do watch them, and I hope it's more than just a resource for you winning the channel, winning the races. I do want to be able to capture your attention and you watch my videos through. I did get some feedback yesterday that some of you actually put my races up whilst you race the race on a screen next to it, and you try and race along with me. Well, I appreciate that, and thank you very much. I do enjoy the commentary, sometimes incredibly hard, like today's race, but I do also thank you for being part of the process, and I just want to give something back. So with that, May 2023, be a fantastic year for you, and we'll see you next time we post some videos. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.